Okay. Bit of beer traveling. It's been quite some time since I've done a little beer trip, and I'm fully vaccinated. My wife is fully vaccinated. My kid has his vaccination. Chief is fully vaccinated. So I figured Father's Day weekend. I'm a father now. Yeah. We're gonna take a little trip, visit a couple breweries, see what's what. Almost didn't happen. Almost didn't happen. I was rushing this morning because I never give myself enough time to do stuff, and I was taking care of my boy, and I was like, oop, I gotta get a move on, and we're going in the back of my place, through the back entrance. You go down these steps, and they're wood, and it's humid, and it's summer, and wood and humid in summer means moss, and I fucking ate it hard. Like, it fucked up my arm and everything. I landed on my ass and went like bang, 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 bang down 6 steps on my ass. Fucked my finger up. I didn't want to get up. I was scared to get up. So much I was fucking myself up. And that was like 10 minutes before I had to leave, but I also had 30 minutes worth of shit to do. My wife heard it. That's how bad it was. And she came running, and lo and behold, I'm in decent shape. I don't know how. I'm old and fat, so I don't know how I didn't end up breaking something, but my ass hurts. My arm hurts. My finger hurts. We trudge along. We soldier on is what we do. So, yeah. We'll see how this trip goes. I never record these things, just because I usually go out of my way to, I just want to have fun on these trips. I don't really want to make it like a blog thing or a YouTube thing or whatever. But I always, when I get home, and I always like that I do that. I'm not saying I'm not complaining against that. But when I always get home, I'm like, man, I really should have recorded some of this stuff and just put it up just so people know, kind of see what trips are like. This is a trip I make a lot, and we'll get to that in a second. But, it's, people would dig it. And, I put up a thing on Instagram a day and a half ago, 2 days ago. And, my wife just texted me, I love you. I love you too, babe. Love that text to speak. Anyway, one of my subscribers, one of the followers, whatever you want to call them, one of my boys. I just like to call them boys. Even if they're girls, they're boys. It's not a gender thing. It's like. Anyway, he's like, "You're gonna blog it, right?" I was like, "Oh, man." I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I really try to do these things for fun. I try not to make it like a business trip, and it's kind of awkward. Like, I know I seem like a boisterous, like loud kind of guy. And I can be, but I'm very reserved. I don't like to interfere in people's spaces, so to just roll up in the breweries filming with a camera and stuff is not my MO. And conversely, like, half the places I'm going to today, and we're going to a lot of places today, I know the owners, I know the brewers, so it's like, it's like weird. It's like, I've been there 1,000 times, I never filmed anything. So anyway, regardless. So I said, fuck it. We'll hit record. I got my GoPro going right here. I got this old phone I have kind of hooked up on my visor here, and then I have my iPhone. I brought my iPad with me, so I got a lot of different things I can use to shoot footage. I think I just forgot. No, I didn't forget something. That's still in my car. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see what comes of this. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't even know what the audio is like on this camera, so for all intents and purposes, this could be really, really poopily stuff. There. Oh, that's better. There we go. I crazy. I'm wearing a hat today, but I'm not wearing it right now, so it's Tuesday here. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I've done this trip, air quotes, I've done this trip quite a bit. It's been well over a year. Last time I did this trip was like right before the pandemic hit. I believe it was, probably, actually no man, it's probably going closer to 2 years than a year and a half. This is what I call my Orange County loop. It's a bit altered loop because typically it's me going to Equilibrium and then working myself home. Equilibrium Brewing's in Middletown. It takes me about an hour and 20 minutes to get there, and then I just kind of I'm on my way home. I kind of wanted to go a different route. The impetus for it was really going to a brewery called District 96. Johnny's one of the best dudes in the history of the universe, and I hadn't been to this brewery in way too long. I love his beers. Let's put it this way, I had 3 kegs at my wedding. One was Ginny Cream Ale, one was Equilibrium beer, and one was District 96 Americanisch, they're Kolsch. And I just hadn't been in so long, so I was like, screw it, I'm going to go to District 96. And then there's a little battle wound. Probably can't see it. Falling down the stairs. I was like, you know what, it's Father's Day weekend. I have the pass, to go and do what I want to do. So I'm like, screw it. Let's do this loop. Let's do it in updated loop. And I am going to go to District 96. Hang out there, probably grab some lunch because I didn't even eat breakfast yet. So grab some best burgers. The Burger Loft is connected to it, and that's Johnny's place too. Best burgers in the biz. The place is just banging across the board, food and everything. Grab some lunch and head over to 2 Billions Brewing, a new spot I haven't been to. They're in Nyack, New York, maybe like 10-15 minutes away from District 96. They're ex-brewers from Brick City, I believe, and I dig me some Brick City, so it'll be cool to pop off there. I looked at their tap list. It's a lot of bigger hazy, so I don't probably one beer done there because I don't want to get shitty. Obviously, been driving around all day. Then I was actually going to go right to Rushing Duck. Then I just did the math in my brain. It would take me the same amount of time to go to Industrial Arts, because why not add another brewery to this trip? So I'm going to go to the Industrial Arts, the new spot, not the old spot, not the new spot. The new spot is over up in Beacon, close to Beacon, close to like the Hudson Valley Brewing and all that kind of stuff. And but this is like literally, it actually was less time going past this, Industrial Arts than it was the other route I would take, the Rushing Duck. So pop in there, probably chug a lager, grab some beers, and then head off to Rushing Duck. That's probably the place I'm going to want to spend most of my time on this trip today. Rushing Duck is one of my favorite breweries, and just hang out there and just they have such great beers, such an eclectic kind of roundup or rotation of beers. I forgot to text Keith. On my way, be there in 10 minutes. And just chill there for a bit. From there, then it's actually just a kind of a straight shot home for me. Missing EQ this time. A lot of people, when I said, "Oh, these are the breweries I'm going to," what did I miss anything? And almost everybody was like, "Why are you not going to EQ?" And if you look at the map that I posted about where I'm going, it looks like Equilibrium, which is in Middletown, isn't too terribly far away. To be perfectly honest with you, it's but it adds a minimum hour and a half onto my trip. That's a decent chunk. It's in the complete opposite direction of from where Rushing Duck is. I have to go completely away from where I live. So, it's 20 minutes there. Then you spend 30 minutes at the brewery, another 20 minutes. So you're talking about an hour and a half, give or take. So I had to nix it, man, which is kind of a bummer. I still haven't had EQ. Actually, I was going to say I haven't had EQ barbecue. That's not true. Pete used to roll out his brisket all the time at releases, but I haven't been to the new spot proper. They got a banging barbecue set up there. Beautiful tap room. I haven't been yet, so I kind of feel bad for skipping it. So who knows? Maybe I'll call an audible or something like that. But plan on skipping it this time. And then head down to Tin Barn, which I've been to once. I popped in there to pick up beer. What was it? Probably March, April of last year, right before the pandemic really went down, just to pick up beer. So it'd be nice to sit there and actually have a beer. And then the Drownlands. Drownlands they're all kind of in the Warwick, Orange County area in New York. Like, to go from Rushing Duck to Tin Barn to Drownlands, if you just drove that route, it's like 15 minutes. So it's like those 3 breweries are bang, bang, bang. Quick succession. Definitely going to have a beer at Drownlands. They do a lot of low ABV lagers, things like that. So yeah. And then on the way home, hop in Jersey. And on the way to drop Keith off, we have to pass by Muckraker. Muckraker, the beer maker. Tom is a good dude. He likes the shitty soccer team, but he's a good dude nonetheless. He makes fun beer, so pop in there. So it's going to be a big trip, man. A lot of breweries. I haven't done this. God, I haven't done this level of kind of driving around and hitting off breweries. Like I said, almost 2 years. So hopefully it's a fun trip. Hopefully this recording, everything works and nothing screws up. Hopefully the audio on this isn't too horrible. I should probably brought like just my recorder and set that up, but you know what? Fuck it. It'll be good enough. So there you go. A little bit of trip, a little bit of fun. Hopefully a little bit of good beer. These are actually trips where I enjoy because, you know, since I am driving, I can't really drink. You know, I can have a beer here and there. I get little pours here and there and get that kind of laugh and have fun and chat it up with a bunch of people. And that is fun. And the other great portion of this ride, which I can't believe this is still recording. I thought this didn't record more than 10 minutes, this camera. Anyway, maybe that's in 2K. Anyway, the other great part about this trip, and it's the reason why I do Equilibrium most of the time when I do this trip, is that I'm on Route 80 right now heading towards Keith to pick up Keith. When I pick up Keith, which I need to get in the right lane right now, we'll hit 80 and then we'll go up some highways and we'll head up to New City, New York, which is where District 96 is located. After that, it's a lot of back roads, like a lot of back roads. I love driving. It's one of my favorite things to do. It relaxes me. I have a car that's fun to drive. I drive a GTI 2017 Autobahn for those keeping score at home, and manual. So it's a fun trip for me. So yeah, the back roads will be fun. So, there you go. Still recording. How about that? Let's get Keith. We'll get on our way. So I'm waiting for Keith. I'll let you in a little secret. Nothing pisses me off more on people. So Keith, fuck you, Keith. I text him, be there in 10 minutes. When I got here, called him, didn't answer. I absolutely guarantee you that motherfucker was sleeping when I called. Yes. How's it going? You were fucking sleeping when I called, didn't you? Weren't you?
No.
What's going on?
Were you planning on going to all those places today?
Yeah. And I actually I added another.
What's the other one?
Industrial arts. When I looked up the OG industrial arts spot, is like, if I go there on the way to Russian Duck, it's actually 2 minutes faster. Like, you obviously spend time in Russia. I mean, you know, like that one place, that Two Villains place, is like, I want to check them out because they're new, but they're like, you know, I looked at their tab list and it's like, well, bulk of it's like high easy, so I'm like, I'm not gonna hang out there. Maybe get a, you know, small, a little sample of something or other. So I mean, Russian Duck, District 96, I want to get food because I haven't eaten yet. And then, how weird is this? When was the last time we sat at a brewery across from each other drinking a beer? Two years ago?
Probably February last year.
February? Yeah, we probably went to, where did we go?
Maybe March.
Yeah, probably more like February, because by March I was working from home and shit like that. Yeah, pretty insane. Keith 93 Lumber. Go check that. Spelled out. We're at District 96 Beer Factory. First beers of the day, triple IPA. Actually, it looks like it's 3.5% hazy. That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't. This thing's drinking. This is what was it 3.5? It drinks like a 6.5% IPA. Like no joke. Like straight up. I'm actually really fucking impressed. And of course, can't get it to fucking go. John shows up though. He'll make me proud right now. So we're in what's called the snake pit. I don't know where they got the whole snake.
Are they like find a snake back here or something?
No, it's a running joke. It's a beautiful spot. I mean, the brewery itself is absolutely banging. But we went in there first and worked the beers, and I'm like, why are we sitting outside? It's a nice day. Fucking chilling, hanging out, stuff like that. First stop. We've been here, but I was going to ask Keith if you've ever been here. We did a fucking podcast here.
Yeah. That was
3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, right around when they opened originally. And this is like 2 spots. It's the Burger Loft and Make Bangin' Burgers. Like really good. Like the point where Keith is like, you want to come up here and eat them.
Yeah, they have an eggplant thing that is just insane.
Yeah. And just the whole thing, like they would. When's the last time you go to a brewery that makes a 3.5% hazy that's good, but also has Doppelbox to go? I can't remember. I got almost the only one to call it, right?
There's a little bit of like a I don't know if it's because of the hoppiness of this beer that watery thing that feels like getting like really low ABV beers, but like there is like that tiny bit of that. My first sip was like, this isn't that beer. Or I only do one size.
Yeah, but when they saw him pour, they got double IPA, was the smaller one, so there's one side really big. Doppelbox probably was a small pour. You know what I'm saying? But since we're getting like low ABV bottles, it's like a bigger one.
Did you get the calls? Or
Yeah, because I wanted to get the circle back, but these didn't have.
Oh, do you know? So, do you know if you know anyone in Washington? Do you know anyone in
I can't think. I know somebody in Oregon, but I don't know if I know anybody in Washington. But I mean, you're looking for the ramen manufacturer, Garden Path.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy we interviewed in Buffalo.
Yeah, I know.
So how about that? So
And then-
anybody out there from Washington State that gets Garden Path beers and gets the blackest beautiful stuff, let me know. You know, reach out to Keith.
There's a couple other things that I saw in there that I also liked.
Yeah.
So,
Washington,
I can-
do your thing.
yeah. I have things to trade. So
What do you think of this?
I like this. I think this was like the first beer I had here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this is, I had to set my wedding. a keg of this.
Yeah, because
And I ended up at my wedding. I ended up getting a keg of quarter keg of Jenny Cream Ale, and then I did it was some Equilibrium hazy. It was like a 4.5% hazy. It wasn't Photon. It was something else. I forgot what it was called. And then I ended up getting this for my wedding. That was like the most surreal experience too. It's so funny. I don't know if I ever told you about that, but like I didn't know. I had no idea like how much beer I needed for a wedding. I'm like, I don't fucking know. So I got those 3 kegs, and I had a bunch of random bottles and shit, you know. And almost all the bottles got drank, pretty much all of them. And then at the end of the night, it's a wedding. Everybody's having a great time, so I didn't really pay attention to what kicked or whatever. So the next morning, we were leaving. So the wedding was on Saturday. We're leaving on Monday for the honeymoon, and then so Sunday we went back because we did it all DIY stuff. So we went back. It was actually in a field behind the Acme. That's where the wedding was. There's this like pavilion field and stuff like that back there. I went back and I was like, I'm curious. There was exactly one draft of all 3 kegs left. Because it was still cold when I got there. It's like I have a morning beer. I poured this. It got to about here and then kicked. I was like, that's crazy. And I was like, how much of the equilibrium? Got to about here and kicked. I was like, what? And then I went to Jenny Cream. There was a couple, but I was like, that's insane. Like I shot from the hip. I'm like, I guess I need this much, and it ended up being like the exact amount of beer that I needed. So, yeah. Who the fuck did I knew how much beer I needed? It's like I almost drink a lot of it or something. I don't know. So what are you looking forward to today the most? Brewery-wise?
I kind of want to say Drownlands just because I love this beer.
You're sadomasochist?
No, where are we going? Just nice, it's 2 villains, industrial arts, Russian Duck, Tin Barn, Drownlands. I'm curious about Tin Barn because Tom was telling me about that.
Chug the rest of this. Hit the road. What was it, about 15 minutes away? Stop and get a shitty burger. Sorry again, Johnny, for not eating here. But yeah, see you guys in 2 villains, I guess. So we just left 2 villains. They were nice. I actually accidentally ordered a beer from them. When I got in there, I was like, "Oh, they have a coconut, what was it, Pilsner, coconut cream." And I was like, "Ooh, that sounds delicious." And I was drinking it. He's like, "That's not bad." It was actually from Killsborough, who actually enjoyed it. It was really, really, really good. Then I had their collaboration with Brick City. I forget the name of it now.
Was it the Letting It Go?
Yes. It was really tasty, actually. What did you have again? You had the peach saison?
I had the peach fuzz, which was like a farmhouse saison kind of thing. That was good. And then I had their collaboration, crawling into the fog, crawling out of the fog, crawling into the fog, with Abomination, and it was good.
It was good at the beginning. Didn't finish well. That's kind of what it seemed like.
Yeah, it was.
For you. I had a sip, so I couldn't talk about the longevity of it.
The first few sips were good, and then it kind of like did the thing that the IPAs do to me these days, where it just gets like cloying, and I'm just like, I don't want this anymore. But the thing, like when I say that, I don't mean that it doesn't taste good. I just mean that, like, for me, it just gets it kind of just gets exhausting to drink. It's just like a little too much for me.
So after drinking that, how many of the District 96 factory beers can you drink? All of them?
All of them.
All of them. So that's a technical term. All of them. So see what's next. Now we're off to District, not District, it's industrial, sure, districts, industrial plants, who knows.
We're actually just driving back and forth to the same breweries.
Yeah, back and forth. It's like literally like, it's a two brewery barn crawl where we just go back and forth between both places. What'd you get to drink?
I got the Hellas Bach. Good. I was like, that
What was it? What lager?
Spring lager or spring landscape.
What are your thoughts on industrial in general? Like, have you had a ton of other stuff?
I haven't had a ton of their stuff, but I've liked it. That extra pale ale.
Like a regular, like you see it in like a love it kind of thing. I love them. Like they're just everything's just so fucking good. You know, like they're never bad. And if you get something like, you know, you get like semi-traditional beer, it's usually more traditional, like new school or whatever. Because like he's the owner. He's like the guy who made Flower Power. He's the guy who originally for Itinerary. So like that, he's the one who not just brewed the beer but created that beer. So it's like one of those things where it just there's a lot of like new schoolness, but there's still always that little bit of grounded like old school, like traditional brewery stuff.
It's new school with an old school base.
I'm curious to see what the 12 packs of Wrench cost here. Up by us.
That might be the beer that.
Yeah, it's the only one they put in 12 packs. That's why I didn't want to argue. But by us that costs $23 to $26 for 12 pack.
Yeah. I don't think the price was that bad.
No, the price is fine, but I'm curious to see if there's a much smaller price point here. What? Yeah, $10. I'll move here if it's $10. Screw that, man. So what do you think of Industrial Arts? I know you like the vibes.
Yeah. Very.
That breeze doesn't.
That's gonna fall on us. I don't know. Yeah, super nice. Very.
Like you felt, like for example, like the two places we went before that. Like, didn't you feel infinitely more welcome here? Like everybody was like,
yeah,
man, hey man, you want a beer? Hey,
it was. This is more of an open space.
Yeah.
Those seem like a very like specific space that you have to walk into, and you have to like do the thing or whatever.
Do the thing.
This is just kind of
the
like
thing he's talking about is drinking beer. By the way,
yeah.
I'm not sure if you understood that. But.
This is way more like
Organic.
Yeah. More natural.
Yeah.
It's like
the Smashing Pumpkins on it. I think the other places had like whatever.
I don't know. Isn't Billy Corgan like a QAnon guy now?
I don't want to talk about it, dude. I don't want to talk about it. Don't ruin the things that I like. I don't want to ruin the things I like. I can compartmentalize that and throw it off to the side. Just let me have it. God damn it. Keith fucking everything up. This is where I stare at Keith uncomfortably until he finishes beer so he can fucking leave. Russian Duck is next. They have they call it their R&D line, Cryo Mosaic 5% easy. Released in cans. I've never had it. It's the first time they're doing it. It came out today. We're going to get that shit. Whatever. I'm more excited about this. Instead of me knowing new breweries that are up and coming or opening, or just me going out and finding new stuff. Like, it's been, essentially 2 years since we've done this kind of thing. And to actually, like, go out and about and drive around and have a beer and a chat and laugh and do all those kind of things.
I was actually just talking to Katie about this, like, yesterday or the other day. The last kind of thing that we did was the Shelton Beer Fest. That was like
October,
and that was October of 2019. So that was
a long fucking time ago, man. God, it's just insane to think about. Like, just logistically, the fact that you haven't done anything like that in so long.
But it also feels like it hasn't been that long. I don't know about you, but like for me, it's just like
Well, no. I agree with everything you're saying right now, but I'll put this twist on it, and this is more what I've experienced because I've had my baby. Is that my kid was 3 months old like 2 days ago. I feel like it's only been a week, while simultaneously feeling like it's also been a year. Like, it's like they both exist in the same timeline. Like, I don't know how that's possible. Like, it feels like we haven't done this in 5 years, but I feel like we did it a couple weeks ago. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how that math works in my brain and how that temporal distortion of my mind works, but that's how it feels to me. You know? It's like riding a bike, you know? We're so used to it, it's like normal, but we also have that weird hesitancy. Like going into District 96 was weird because they were just opening, nobody was there, we weren't sure what we were supposed to do. 2 villains, it's inside, can we do this, can we do that, what are we supposed to be doing here? We don't know, but at the same time, you know, industrial arts is easy. Go in, there's nowhere to sit inside. You order a beer, you sit outside. Like, it's like, okay, this kind of makes sense in my brain, so...
We're on our way to Russian Duck right now.
Russian Duck to check all the fucking baby elephant they have.
And then Tin Barn is the next one.
Tin Barn would be next, yes.
And then Drownlands, and then Muckraker.
That would be it. Yeah. I mean, not... Sorry, Tom. 99% chance we're going to Muckraker. There could be a chance where I said, fuck it, we're skipping it. That could be something that happens. But we plan on coming by, brother.
Yes.
Sitting like 9 miles apart from each other. I'm gonna put my dad fan on.
I'm actually a little jealous.
And honestly, it's pretty fucking good. So these are a Father's Day present from the old kiddo, the Micah bean, and the wifey bean. And it does not smell. How's that ESB?
Good.
Best beer you had all day? What was your favorite so far?
Yeah, it might be this one. Like I would say, probably that District 96 one, the 3.5% one.
That's my favorite.
Just as like style wise,
yeah,
would probably be my favorite. But like overall, I think
it's funny. I posted a picture of that. This guy from Tony from Texas sent me stuff every now and then for a review. He's like 3.5% hazy pale. He's like, I don't even know if that exists. He's like, that's a thing, and I was like, yeah, dude, and it's fucking delicious. Like, really? He's like, is it really delicious? I'm like, no, dude. Like, it's. I told him it's like a 6.5% IPA, but 3.5. He's like, he basically said, I don't believe you, but I hope it's true. And I'm like, no, dude, it's true. Like, it's not. I'm not making it up unless they gave us the wrong beer. That's the only way, but I don't think they would. I don't think that was the case.
I was getting a little bit of that, like, little, like, watery thing that you get with, like, low ABV beers. Or, like, super low ABV beers. Not that it was water. Like, I'm not saying it was watery, but, like, you get that little, like, thinness.
Yeah.
The thinness is probably a better term to use.
See, that's what I like about this, too. I'll draft $6. Like, somebody actually, like, I was talking to Max McNall. He sends me beer quite often. And last night he was actually, we were talking about my trip, tax-wise, and he was talking about Drownlands, and I was talking about how, like, the price point bothers me. And he actually said, he's like, kind of like how Suarez is. And I'm like, no, dude, it's the exact opposite. Like, the Suarez is like, give me $16. It's like the Alchemist, give me $14. What do you want a stout? You want a pale ale? Just give me $14.
The Alchemist is, what is it, $12.50 plus tax?
Yeah.
For
any whatever they do. So it's like that's actually the exception to the rule. Like, no one does that.
Yeah.
But if you think about Suarez, okay, like, no matter what Suarez gives you in cans, it's give me $16.
Yeah.
Just give me $16, and there's no tax rate. It's 16 flat. And it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I can get down with that because I know in the law of averages, if I'm buying a lot of their beer, it's just like, I'm fine with that. like Gremlins, like their lager they released today that I'm probably going to fucking buy is $18 a 4-pack. And their hazies are $24. It's like, I can't get down with that douchebaggery. You know what I mean? I'm going to buy it, so I'm part of the problem. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not. But it's like, it's that consistent, where it's like New York City, drinking in New York City. $6. You want a Miller Lite? Give me $6. You want a photo saison? Give me $6. Like, you just give me $6. When you want a draft in New York City, it's one price, for the most part. I mean, there's obviously exceptions to the rule, but it's like that I can get down with, like consistency.
I think that was one of the things when Katie and I went to Drownlands, the one, I forget which time, but it was like, oh, this beer is $18 a 4-pack. I'm not buying that. And then I bought one. I was like, God damn it.
Before we did a real job. And then we just filled the entire day with
Like George to pop out of nowhere. He's like, hey guys.
after work.
I knew it. I knew it. I said it on their way here.
He did say it, yeah.
Where else would I run into it now? Yeah, so it's kind of just become a tradition. And yeah,
That's hilarious.
I was like, I know that guy.
Do you want anything else?
I didn't look at the tablets very well. I just saw ESP and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that. So,
Take it off.
They upgraded their menu. Brisket sandwiches,
At Tin Barn, right?
yeah.
You want to take off? Let's do it.
Because
We'll meet you guys over there. Because that's our route too, so.
I think Drownland, I'm just doing pickup. Just because.
Well, I definitely want to have a beer there. Just because I hate their price point.
the atmosphere.
But the beers aren't bad on draft, so I'll take stuff to go, but.
Do you like the acetal?
What?
The what?
Nothing, George.
Keith, what do you think about Russian Duck? You drank an ESB and an oatmeal stout. Let me know.
No.
Going right now?
I feel like we just should have come here and
That's what I'm talking
just
about.
spent like 4 hours here and then went home.
There we go. Off to Drownlands.
What'd you get as your port?
This was the honey.
Oh,
Kind of looks like a paper can.
yeah, it's like a 5.1 honey ale.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was going to be a little more than this.
I got a rocket to the moon or something to the.
So what do you think of this place?
I don't really get
Keith doesn't like it.
Why? Yeah.
Keith hates umbrellas. And wood.
Too much? Like everything's just too much?
Well, like when I asked for a 5-ounce pour, I want a 5-ounce pour instead of like a 1/2-ounce pour. But other than that,
It's a 5-ounce pour. Right there.
Oh, I thought you already drank some of it.
I took like 3 sips out of it. It was like,
It was a 2.5-ounce pour.
yeah. Like this glass is 5 ounces, so like I thought the pour would be like you know, head and whatever, like whatever. But it was like, yeah. Like alright, I guess, like whatever. It's half the glass.
What does it taste like to acid?
No, no. So it tastes good.
That's the warm.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
Off to Drownlands. What do you think of this place? See, you know what? That in and of of itself. Like, it makes me laugh because you shrug your shoulders, you fucking love it. Like, you're just like, it is what it is. That's like hipster shit. But you like that place.
I appreciate it. But like because it's also hard to like disconnect from like the actual facts of the place to like how I feel being. So like I thoroughly enjoy being here. I really enjoy their beers. As long as they're not on draft, because whatever, no joke, but
Actually, like,
you didn't get the theater? You didn't think you
so, my assessment is come here and drink. Takeaways a little expensive. Right?
fair.
So we're gonna leave here, we're gonna head out, we're gonna hit Mudmaker, then we're going home. So, take that for what it's worth. Cheers. Drop Keith off. Keith kind of tapped out closer to the end of this trip. It's funny because it's a long trip that I do, but I actually don't. I like this trip. I don't mind this trip. It's not like a trip where, you know, we're all getting like rip shit drunk and all that kind of stuff. So it's a fun little loop. And they just dropped him off, so this is the end of the show. I mean, I'll probably like do a video where I'm like pulling into my house, so it's like end of the video kind of thing. Look at my hair, it's fucking insane right now. It's like, you know, I typically wear my hat. Everything's crazy, but anyway, I don't care. And it's such a great little loop, routine, whatever you want to call it. I always have a blast, so yeah, probably do a. I don't know if I'll do like a recap video proper, to where I'm actually like talking about what we did in the trip and all those kind of things. That's probably not going to happen. It's just a matter of just heading on that every time. So hopefully this ends up being something. On a channel, because I never do this, and I just kind of got a bug in my ear when Rob the Beer Snob mentioned us doing it. So yeah, here we go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video of us kind of ripping and tearing around town. Hopefully you know these spots, and if you do, then you know you should probably visit them. It's, you know, out of all the spots we visit, like all of them are fantastic. So it's good to actually get out and about and enjoy life and enjoy beer and do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, hopefully this meant something to somebody. Hopefully y'all love getting out and about, enjoying beer and doing all that kind of fun stuff. And, yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy doing everything. All the fun. Oh, see, I think I made a legal rate on red right there, but no one's gonna stop. So, true. Well, end the journey here. Yeah, good day, man. Can't complain about today. The only thing I would complain about today was mean, Tin Barn was a bit meh. But it was my last 8th of a drive home. My wife texted me and she said she wanted a little bit of a, seltzer, whether it be alcoholic or not alcoholic. Everything's closed. And I ended up finding a place that was kind of sort of close to my place, but I had to take back roads home, and I ripped and tore and went a little too hard. My tires need to be replaced. So, it's good. It's a little moist. Burps. A little wet. So I kind of, not that it was a bad end of the journey. I just wanted to kind of go really hard in the car. But I had to go semi-hard, so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little trip. I'm home now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed if I put this up. Got the e-brake in. Hopefully you had a fun day. I did too. My awesome hair. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, guys.